Yeah. Hello, good evening. All right. Today it's Friday, the 9th of August 2019. And it's just gone after 3 a.m. in the morning in Glasgow City Council. Yeah, that's something I want to talk to you in particular. This message is to all drivers anyway, driving with Uber. We all talking about, and we've all read in various platforms that Uber is struggling and their share price is slumping. Their revenue is on the decline, and they're really struggling right now to meet the cost of running their business. So now this is it. As drivers, what's the question we ask ourselves? Me personally, how do I ask? This is the question I ask myself. How am I going to make this work for me as a driver? Uber's desperate. How am I going to use Uber's desperation to work in my favor? As we always say, if somebody's desperate, they're going to do anything for the money. You can even enslave them and they will run for the money. And this is high time drivers should have to impose on the system whatever they want Uber to do. Don't run. Uber's desperate. Don't run. Make sure you choose your jobs wisely. They've given you kind of like information that you need to run. Like they've given you the beginning of the postcode that you need to know where you're gonna pick the rider from and where you're gonna drop them off. So you choose your jobs wisely. Uber sees that drivers are choosing their jobs wisely and generating good revenue for themselves, they're gonna change. But if you keep on running and running and running until Uber gets convenient and start being profitable, trust me, my brothers and my sisters, you're gonna be enslaved both physically and mentally. This is the time right now. You enslave the system. Impose on the system. I'm telling you this. If you start imposing on the system, you're gonna win. If somebody's desperate, you push them in a corner, they will do whatever you want them to do. So this is the time for you to impose on the system. Choose your jobs wisely. If it doesn't worth running, don't run. Stand for an hour, 1 hour, 2 hours. If the system sees you not going, they're gonna give you what you want because it's not in their favor. Because remember, if you make a tenner, Uber makes £2.50. If you make £100, they make £25. So they have the 25% fee in Glasgow. So if you make something, that's when they make something. If you don't make jack, they make nothing from you. So it's not in Uber's interest. You win, they win. You lose, they lose bigger. Trust me. And if you walk it that way, all the drivers in Glasgow and globally are gonna win. This is a message to all drivers, both in Glasgow and overseas. Use this time to your advantage right now, and this is my advice. If you slip in this time, you're dead, you're toast. If Uber gets comfortable, start getting profitable, you are all toast. They can impose anything on you because they've got the money. When Uber was being owner managed, when it was owned by individuals, we were all toast. They would do whatever they want because it's just people who can get like a couple of £1,000,000 or probably a few £1,000,000 every year. That's not a problem to them. But now they have shareholders, and this is what happens. Shareholders give you money. They give you money. They buy shares into the business. They give you money and you give them a share. That is something that they can hold on to. Something that is like a guarantee. They give you money and you give them the guarantee and said, okay, this is it. Hold on to this guarantee. As part of the company, you own part of the company. And then what do they expect? They expect a return for their investment. And the return for their investment, it has to be kind of like healthy. If the return for their investment if return for their investments are not healthy, shareholders are not gonna give you money. They will not give you any more investment at all until you prove otherwise. And now Uber's not proving nothing to them. So investors are holding back right now. They're all angry with Uber right now. And Uber have to do everything possible, use all desperate means and mechanisms and measures to make sure that it generates profit. This is it. Uber used to be a cash cow. Now it's not a cash cow for Uber. Uber, I mean the car, is the taxi business used, because Uber, when I say Uber have so many platforms right now, so many businesses, so many entities right now, you know. But the taxi business for Uber used to be a cash cow. Now it's not a cash cow, it's a problem child. And when you have a business which is a problem child right now, you need to feed it with revenue. You need to feed that problem child with money and hope in the future it's going to start generating revenue. So because it's a problem child right now, you guys have to make it a cash cow for yourselves. And you can only make it a cash cow for yourself if you impose on it. And if you're foolish enough to think, and I'm going to repeat this one more time, if you're foolish enough to think that Uber is going to look after you, you're the dumbest driver in the globe. Because this is capitalism. They will never look after you. They will always look after their own interests first. They'll fool you. They'll massage your back. They'll do everything just to make sure you run. Be smart. This is the time for the smart and the brave. Not this time for the strong and the brave. Nah, man. Those days are gone. Now you have to be smart and be brave to make brave decisions. That's what you have to do right now. Trust in your abilities, not Uber's abilities to look after you. Uber cannot look after you because Uber cannot look after itself. If Uber could have looked after itself, Uber would still be profitable, but now it's not. Uber is struggling. So this is my message for you drivers. Make it work for you. Trust me. If you don't make it work for you up to the end of this year, I feel sorry for all of you who haven't made it work for me. I'm trying to make it work for myself, and it is. Yeah, I'm doing less hours. Yeah. And I see it's been profitable. Yeah, man. So this goes to all of you. Make it work for yourself. Don't rely on Uber. Uber is struggling right now. Don't run. Impose on the system, and then you can get what you want. Trust me, man. All right? This is a message for all of you. Please, I'm begging you. The shareholders for Uber, they're holding Uber on the neck right now, asking for a return. And Uber cannot generate a return. They can't generate a return. You know, it's over almost what? It's heading to almost 6 months. They cannot generate a proper return. The share price is slumping rapidly and steadily. And there are other rivals in the business that Uber's in right now, the taxi business, that are rivaling Uber. You know, that's making Uber to struggle. So Uber dares not increase the commission on the on the drivers. That is Uber taking a gun and shooting itself. Because you cannot increase the fee on people who are feeding you. Whatever you do, you have to look after. We're the one feeding Uber. Yeah, man. And you cannot bite the hands that are feeding you. So Uber cannot bite the hands that are feeding it. And we are the hands right now. So Uber have to look after us by any means necessary. So I'm telling you, this is a news that I'm very happy about. That's why I said I cannot keep it to myself. I have to share it with my fellow drivers. Now impose on the system. Don't run. Don't kill yourself. If you are going home with 150 pounds and picking up probably a day about what, 20, 30, 40 pickups, don't cut it down. Please just go home probably with 100 pounds and picking up probably 10 runs, 15 runs. You're being more efficient. You're saving your diesel. You're being more efficient with your car, and you're being more efficient with yourself as a human being as well. Trust me. All right? Make sure it works for you. In the long run, you're all gonna benefit, and we're all gonna benefit. Trust me. Yeah? Peace. Until I come your way again, this is the Rizki-Produkt. Bless up, Irie, and thanks everybody for listening. Please like, share, and subscribe for more infos that are coming your way. Trust me, all right? Peace.